Parenting skills for the real world. Now we're going to talk about relationship habits while you go ahead and do your observations and track your data that we talked about already. Think of all the progress that you've already made. You're already looking in a different direction. You feel like you have a game plan, perhaps. Remember, you are taking positive action. And if you look at the picture, sometimes some stuff slips through. But overall, when you hold your hands out, you're able to hold a lot more than when you try and grab on to something and control every little thing. Most of that ends up just slipping through your fingers and causing a lot of damage. So, we have our relationship habits workbook. We'll discuss destructive habits and caring habits, but this particular lecture is going to go over the habits in general, and then I will have lectures for each specific habit in detail. So this is derived from choice theory and reality therapy from Dr. William Glasser. So I use multiple techniques when I work with children, and I have not found one single technique that works sweepingly across because everyone is unique. Applied behavior analysis is excellent. It works great with children with autism, but so does choice theory and reality therapy. But a lot of times when I work with kids with autism, I start with ABA and start to fade into choice theory and reality therapy. And they are very closely related, as is cognitive behavior therapy, that you've already seen a few of those techniques, and we'll talk about that in this lecture as well. So for loved ones, family, friends, anybody you like and you're genuinely interested in improving that relationship, before you do anything, you can stop and pause and ask, is what I'm about to do or say going to bring us closer together or push us further apart? And if you're interested, you can usually go online and Google this, and they actually sell little magnets or stuff from Dr. Glasser's choice theory so that you can put this in places. I keep one in my purse. I have one on my desk because you need those reminders. Is what I'm about to do or say going to bring us closer together or push us further apart? You might have something smart and witty to say. You might need to get that last word in. But is it going to bring you closer together? Or is it just going to do some damage to your relationship? Asking yourself this question can have a profound impact on every relationship in your life. For coworkers or family that you don't exactly like, also exes that you share children with, or anyone else that is part of your life, but you don't have any interest in growing closer, because that's actually can be even more difficult, ask yourself, how do I want this situation to unfold? That's very important. I am a school teacher. There are a lot of people that I work with every day, and it is hugely important that I work with each teacher so that we can give the best education to every child on that campus. That does not mean I like every teacher. That's impossible, and I guarantee you not every teacher on that campus likes me, because I'm a unique, passionate person, and some people might find that annoying. But I am who I am, and I try my best every day to work with everybody. I'm not saying get along, let's just all get along. I'm trying to say, when I'm around somebody and we don't necessarily click, a coworker or your baby daddy or your sister that you can't stand and you're at Christmas, do you really want to get into a fight at Christmas? Do you really want to act unprofessional at work? Do you really want to respond to that text message that they're just going to screenshot and show everybody anyway or post to Facebook? How do you want this situation to unfold? Stopping for just a few moments to collect your emotions and thoughts and ask those questions, again, can make a profound effect on every single relationship, and it'll lower your stress. It'll make you feel better about yourself, like, oh yeah, I did it, I didn't say that smart aleck remark, oh yeah, because I had something really rude to say, and trust me, I am one of the most sarcastic people you're ever going to meet. You don't want to see the memes in my phone. We're just going to stop there. This is a cognitive behavior technique. Stopping, being cognitive, and making a choice about your behavior. Taking a look at the things that are kind of your quote-unquote triggers, What's the one thing that drives you crazy, that kind of sends you spiraling out of control? So these are the destructive habits and the caring habits. And again, many of these are derived from Dr. William Glasser's reality therapy and choice therapy. Some of them I've added after my research and using with children and family and friends. So the destructive habits push us apart and the caring habits bring us together. I'm going to gloss over these really quickly, and then each lecture is going to be specific for each individual habit, both destructive and caring, because each one deserves its own specific amount of time. So destructive habits: criticizing, blaming, complaining, nagging, threatening, punishing, rewarding to control, and disengagement. And something interesting, these are not just habits that you use on others and others use on you. These are habits we use on ourselves that really, really drag us down. And as a parent, you are a teacher and a role model. Whether you make a choice in your behavior or you're just knee-jerk reacting, what you're doing is something that's setting your kids up to behave in that manner too. I don't want you to beat yourself up over that when you make choices that you later feel guilty about or you're frustrated with. But you are right now watching this for the purpose of finding a different way to role model a way to make better choices with your children. So the caring habits, they bring us together. They heal, they soothe, supporting, encouraging, listening, accepting, trusting, respecting, negotiating differences, and magnanimity. And I will struggle with that word every single time. I sound like the little fish in Finding Nemo trying to say sea anemone. So it's just that one word that I struggle with. But I do try to be magnanimous as much as I can because Aristotle said it is the crown of the virtues. And again, the caring habits are not just about how we treat others and others treat us. It's about how we treat ourselves. And treating ourselves with these caring habits is an excellent thing to role model for your children. And the key for caring habits is to add. You'll hear me say that a lot. Talk about adding positive things instead of trying to just remove the destructive habits. Nature abhors a vacuum. So if you just say, I'm going to stop nagging, well, what are you going to do instead of nagging? Because it's really hard to just stop doing something. And if you don't have a mindful way of what you're going to fill in that vacuum, something's going to fall in. And that's really important to think about and be aware of. And that's going to be part of the plan. So don't freak out, but it's okay if you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay, I like this. It reminds me of that scary girl from that black and white movie that's crawling on the floor, and it just really, really creeps me out. Whew. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. She's not going to crawl out of the TV. Oh my God, she just crawled out of the TV. Okay, I should have watched scary movies late at night, but we have a plan. Oh, and we have coffee with little hearts in it. I have never gotten coffee like this. I don't know where their coffee shop is, but it looks amazing. And you can do this one step at a time. You're going to be able to do it. You're going to do it and take the information and make it work for you. I have all this information and I do it in a way that works for my personality and my style and fulfills my needs, and that works for me. And I'm still working on it. I try to improve myself every single day, just a little bit, but just a little every day. So now we're going to go further into detail on all of the destructive and caring habits. See you at those lectures.